Hello, Kingston. Welcome back. We today are covering another Napoleonic Total War 3 battle. This one, well, I feel like I gotta articulate now which version this is. This is 8.9. We are continuing on our coverage of the Napoleonic League tournament. I am, of course, facing a slight dilemma because 9.0 is out and 8.9 is not really compatible with 9.0. So if I'm going to install 9.0, I may not be able to cover the rest of these battles. So trying to decide if I should just cover the last final battles, just tell you guys who won what, and then cover the last finale of the contenders for first place. I think there's two of them, and go from there. You guys can tell me in the comments what you want me to do. I don't mind holding off on getting 9.0, but maybe sad because I can't play with anybody because no one else has 9.0. But anyway, today, it is the Peeps and the Reichsguard. Now, we've seen Reichsguard and the Peeps before. Very successful battles, I believe, for the Reichsguard. Today, the Reichsguard we are observing as the Imperial. We have Squog as France, Spain. We have Wurttemberg being played by William, and Beauregard is playing as Rheinbund. Now, against them, you have Nomadic Lancer playing as Saxony. You have the King of Gondor as Spain, and I'm swifting as the UK. Oh wow, it already dragged 9.0 into it because I can't see this now. See this? I can't see what the enemy are. So interesting. Interesting. So 9.0 already affecting 8.9. As it is, I had the beta version, which allowed me to take both. But that is okay. We do, I believe, have some UK units, yep, way up here in the front. And they are already, let's see, we have some light dragoons, and these are probably some Mamluks, I'd assume. So this is probably Egyptian. See in a second here, and we'll see. Maybe it already affected 8.9 and there's no option at that point but to steamroll forward into 9.0 battles. But I've collected so many 8.9 battles that it's kind of a bummer. But anyway, so we do have gosh, we do have Rheinbund setting up right over here by this one pointer. UK, of course, going right towards it, so we'll see who can make it over to this one pointer first. On this other side, we do have Spain forming up. They have some Lancers, looks like, and some of their cavalry. We have France pushing up their, let's see, Lancers, Hussars, Dragoons. They have some more Dragoons in reserve, and then, of course, all their line infantry. Skirmishers, although it looks like they are actually shifting everything over here towards Wurttemberg. Wurttemberg moving over towards the UK. I'm concerned the UK are going to get totally overwhelmed by two armies. You have Wurttemberg pushing up, and you have Rheinbund pushing up. Rheinbund having excellent cavalry. They are bringing dragoons. They're bringing, of course, the Saxon cuirassiers, and some Ulanen and Chasseur Cheval. I don't see a lot of cav for the UK. I think they brought a heavy infantry army. And almost all squarables. Huge units. This is what makes you think it's Egypt. Because these units are, for the most part, very large. But you can see actually skirms pushing up, line infantry pushing up. I am surprised that they aren't being... I'm surprised the UK are not being very aggressive here in an attempt to take the house. They have a lot of line infantry here. They should be pushing up, because at this point they're basically just giving this house to Rheinbund. Instead of shooting it, you can have an infantry right here shooting the skirms as they're forming up in this house. Instead, they seem to be falling back. I mean, that may be wise, though. They see Wurttemberg pushing up on the side. Definitely maybe not a bad idea to fall back and not get, 2v1'd. Over here, France and Spain still just staring each other down. Looks like they did take the LOC. Rheinbund did. Still just staring each other down. Looks like we have some dragoons on this side of the river with some lancers backing them up. with the river in the way. And a lot of just milling around with the cav. Spain does not want to engage this. That is one thing they may not want to do. We will see. But Wurttemberg pushing up their general act, as well as some light infantry, some guard, and then they have some more. Like I said before, Wurttemberg is a very good faction with their infantry. Their infantry are really good stats. A lot of fun. So, and look at this. We have huge units that Rhein bund is bringing. Saxon, Prince Clement, Prince Anton, Prince Friedrich, Liedick. We have more. They brought a lot of Hessians and Mecklenburg and yeah, Hessian, Saxon. A lot of Saxon infantry. They do have skirmishers in here that are going to start shooting away. Saxony is here with their cavalry. So, the cav backing, Rhein bund and Saxony are going to clash. Sadly, I cannot see what artillery they brought, but I'm assuming it's 9 or 6 pounders. 9 or 6 pounders, who knows? This huge flank that Wurttemberg has, so unless Saxony uses their cavalry well, it will be useless to bring Saxony because their line infantry doesn't really do much. That's just the nature of Saxony. They depend on their cavalry. We do have artillery already firing. In fact, maybe going for the guns of the UK. Honestly, the UK should have left one of their guns here. They shift the other one over. Now they're in danger of getting shot, especially with... Well, I mean, mud is really good. They have some mud. They can, you know, make it tough for the cav to charge them. It looks like, actually, France... Yeah, so France should be trying to take on Spain by themselves, in my opinion. Whether you're losing or winning, let this fight play out and take on Spain. Spain has a massive army, and you can easily break them with a French army. But right now, I think they're trying to get to this one-pointer, perhaps. Although Spain is very much closer to the one-pointer than he is. You do have Wurttemberg pushing up with their guns. I think this is going to be a very strong position that the coalition is going to have to attack at some point if they want an LOC victory. Now, you do see they have this 4-pointer. Wurttemberg put some landwehr in this 4-pointer, so they have a definite LOC advantage at this point in time. They have artillery set up. They have a strong position on both sides, 8-pounder and a 6-pounder. We do have Saxony pushing up on Wurttemberg, though. Looks like they brought 2 of the cuirassiers. As well as some chevaliers. I think these are chevaliers. Artillery is focusing them down. But that's going to still be a problem if they don't get some of this Rhein bund cav to shift over. Wurttemberg could definitely... Oh. Well, they lost their cav, so the UK already starting to get their cav focused down. That's going to be a huge problem for them if they cannot defend themselves. We do have Spain taking this LOC. And have once more getting shot. Once more losing a couple units. Wurttemberg does have some of the Grenadier Guard. Some heavy cav, but it's not going to be good against 2 heavies of Saxony. They do have infantry that can form squares, some light infantry, some line infantry. They do have some landwehr as well. And maybe Saxony is going to shift over and help Spain totally with this French army. Although it would seem that France is probably moving over to join their allies and unite. But we do have some cavalry charging in, possibly some chevaliers going in. Nope, they're rethinking it. Maybe they're just trying to panic Wurttemberg. The UK splitting off more of their light cav. I think everybody knows that there's going to be a fight for cav dominance in this this battle. Artillery's kind of dueling it out. See, a couple of these units have died to the artillery shells of the UK. They are still firing and probably going for some line infantry. That is the danger of the UK. Their line infantry just get extremely weak. Now the UK have decided maybe to push up a little bit. They do have Highlanders. They can push up and try taking the house with those. And my goodness, already some light infantry firing on these cuirassiers. So they took out maybe one or two. That's a lot of feeling out the enemy. And as I said, the thing about a tournament is it takes a little feeling out sometimes. You're like not sure. Oh, this is a beautiful place for the French to hold. If they can hold. Spain is pushing around this flank. Some of their line infantry still pushing across the river with the rest of his army. And we actually seem to have a general movement from the Reichsguard. They seem to be pushing out of the LOC, especially as Saxony and the UK are pushing across. They did lose their 6-pounder. I'm not sure if that was just lucky artillery shots from the better quality artillery of the UK, but they are shifting over because that is actually not a good looking sign here. Losing your artillery, and now none of you guys can form square, and we do have Saxony pushing over some chevaliers. And they may, yep, they're gonna go in for the masses of infantry. As their artillery is gonna keep focusing them down, they're gonna smack into some Rhein bunds. Now they do have some Ulanen that are probably gonna honestly break the Saxon infantry. This was not a very wise choice to a charge. I don't think it was wise. You want to save your cav for the UK to get up. We do see now Saxon infantry as well pushing up. And France is kind of wasting Spain's time. Spain just trying to follow them. Rheinbund is going to try to hold. There's 4v3. Better shooting and accuracy definitely for the UK. But there's, of course, a lot more infantry shifting over to defend this side. They do have an LOC, and LOCs are always tough to take. They got some Jaegers as well as the Grenadiers. In the LOC, that should hold. Should be the key word there. Let's see, they're shifting over. Possibly more of the line infantry. Not these guys, maybe these guys. Getting the first shot off here. And the UK are going to go in. This is probably an area you don't want to focus. I mean, this LOC is going to screw this up probably. I bet you're going to start seeing infantry advance. Unless these Highlanders are going in for the LOC. I don't think the LOC is going to hold, though. Like, I don't think they can take it with just one Highlanders versus Scurbs and Grenadiers. I guess we'll see in a second here. They're going to go in, taking some losses already. Taking a lot of losses here. Some regular volleys here, though. The UK actually are getting flanked, which is why Saxony's going to form up as well on their flank. Yeah, you can see there definitely is some wavering by the UK. They're going to need a lot more help here. I'm surprised the UK have not tried pushing up here. Although, well, yeah. Oh, what is happening here? They're sneaking along the side here. And these Ulanen going to get an excellent charge bonus here. The shock of the charge here. Gonna break a lot of this cab and pushing up some more of their chassé cheval. Oh boy. The UK kind of in a tough spot here, in a bind. Wurttemberg is pushing over. France still pushing over here. And you can see the mass route. Rhein was able to break with almost all their cab, and Coalition's cab is not coming back. It is running, so it's gone off the battlefield. The danger of being so close to the end. Here, they did not go see those. Sadly, those Highlanders took heavy losses, I should say, and now are falling back. This is a very good position. These skirmishers, oh no, they must have broken. These grenadiers are going to get some excellent kills here against the UK. UK now has 4 of the units isolated over here, and Rhein has the advantage when it comes to numbers. Over here, still Spain. I guess maybe Spain thinks that they're going to fight. They think France is going to fight, but France is still shifting over here. They are totally ignoring Spain. It actually is not a bad idea. Going to come over here and help out in this fight, which is actually going pretty well for the Reichsguard at this moment. The Peeps kind of being shut into a hole. We have some Grenadiers pushing up. Thick column of Grenadiers. They're probably going to go for this LOC. They may need the UK to back them up so they don't take losses here. Saxony's going to mass up on the left flank, probably taking on most of Wurttemberg. A lot of cavalry from France now pushing over here. I think Spain has realized that France is not going to fight him. And so he's going to have to shift over to face France, who is, you know, doing other things. Now, if the Peeps can take this LOC, they will start shooting on the flank of Rhein, which can really, really break and hurt Rhein a ton. This would be point-blank volley from these windows, from the top floors. And actually, it's looking pretty good for Saxony at this moment. Now, if the UK start losing troops, that's going to debuff Saxony. They're losing slightly right now. Rhein is losing slightly, and then we have 52 to, you know, a lot more Saxon Grenadiers. We have these units still getting kind of chipped away here. They keep forming square. So they're not going to form square, though. These Dragoons just trying to make them not be able to be as combat effective. Yeah, and Rhein is losing this house. Like I said, guys, this could be a huge loss for the Rhein. They are shaken, and there's 37 of them left. They're going to break. We do, of course, have Wurttemberg shifting over, going to help save this flank. Oh, Saxony. The Rhein general maybe keeping his Grenadiers in the fight just long enough. Who will break? Oh, so you got some more Saxon line infantry, or some Rhein line infantry pushing in now. That's going to hit him in the flank. Oh my goodness. The artillery of the UK is still being very deadly for Rhein. Honestly, the UK don't need to fight on this side. They need to fall back, let their artillery do some work. So yeah, Saxony, unfortunately, did lose this fight once more, mainly just because Saxony had some line infantry they put in, hit them in the back, cause that debuff. Saxony is looking pretty shaky over here just because of the artillery of Rhein, or not Rhein, but Wurttemberg, which is just firing point blank into all their infantry, causing some serious problems here for the morale. And taking loss, of course. So they're going to push up here. If Saxony breaks, it's over. And already they probably aren't looking too hot. They're just pushing up really close here. This formation, a little bad here. And they aren't getting close to shooting. They're just standing here. No, oh, this is doom. We got the heavies of Rhein bund. Gonna charge the flank. You see they are breaking already. They haven't even fought yet. It is over for Saxony in the center, which is going to cause UK to have to fall back as their center is going to start breaking. Spain is still not in this fight. Looks like France is going to hold this river and try to stop Spain from pushing across. You see Rheinbund even on the flank over here, just pushing up Saxony, unable to truly really react. Landwehr even seems to be doing really well against the line infantry of Saxony. Saxony's had a huge rout in the center. Countercharging, they are breaking. UK still has some of their troops left. They still have cavalry left. Oh, do we have some cav getting charged by the cuirassiers? Like I said, Saxony, unless you're using your cav properly, your army is going to crumble because Saxony's army their line infantry just aren't that good. I'm sure with the new update, they're probably still not that good, but... Saxony just pushed in a lot of their heavies here. Probably not a good idea to push all of your heavy infantry in one area. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Saxony's gonna lose their cav. They probably shouldn't have thrown it in. They probably should have pulled it back with the UK to try to hold. They still have a good artillery advantage. UK has really good artillery. So Spain is showing up. France has a strong position here. They have their 4-pounders firing on the Spanish. Spain is going to have to push across this river or go the long way. I mean, there's not a whole lot of options here. You can go this way. But your ally is dying, or allies are dying already. The UK seem to actually pull back with most of their army. There's no cav to defend these guns. But they may break. They may break the cav. Yeah, they did. More cav now going in. They're determined to break these UK artillery, which is exactly what they need to do if they want to make a decisive push here. Save the guns. The UK, that's what they need to do. Pop a rally or something. Keep their guns in the fight here. We already have Wurttemberg, though, pushing for the flank away from the guns, so... I can't remember if I mentioned it. This is a Prussia 7 map. But it's a Prussia 7 map, I believe. So... very cool map, actually, with the trees, or with the ships and all that stuff. Yeah, so they're going to push for the weak point on the Peeps line, which is, not Rhein, but Saxony. They should fall back and try to use this, like, small fort as a kind of a shield. They're using this tree to kind of shelter some of their weakest points right here. UK could shift a little bit more of their forces over to this side, maybe strengthen it. But things are looking grim. Curious to see what Spain is going to do. They may be trying to just hold. They could go for this 4-pointer. With 1 or 2 units, go for the 4-pointer and then hold this 1-pointer as well. And if you have a 4-pointer in the back, you could win. that actually would be probably a really wise idea. Now, there is still 34 minutes left, so, you know, you may get pushed on all sides here. France should be trying to make sure their 4-pointer doesn't fall. Because even if Spain just sits here, and if the Imperials don't sit, if they just keep attacking and getting further and further away, then if Spain did a lightning fast move to the 4-pointer, they could win. We do have Rhein bund pushing up here. Finally, Saxony is getting some regular volleys off. Heroic death, huh? Oh, the French general has been slain. Suchet. There he is. A general has been slain. And he didn't even get to see their victory. I'm assuming it's gonna be a victory for them. But now the line of treatment, that can be demoralizing. You're sitting there and the general just dies right next to you. You're like, well, who's commanding this army now? Some light infantry from the UK. And the UK formed lines. UK player doing well, but like I said, they just can't really... Saxony cannot hold. They're going up against too much light infantry. These are light infantry guys, mixed with some land work, but these guys, their accuracy, reloading skill, everything about it is just really good. It's a constant fire. And it's basically the UK left. We do have some Chevaliers of Wurttemberg in a charge in the back here. And Rhein bund as well. Oh my goodness, this is it. They're gonna get charged in the back. Saxony's gonna send in their general. Both generals actually gonna get engaged here. And enemy general is dead. The Saxony lost their general, the UK I believe lost their general, and this is gonna be, this should be it. Now infantry gonna smack into the back of the UK, and it's starting to cause, it's going to start causing chain routing probably for the UK. They lost their general, they are getting attacked in the back. This cav's just gonna pick apart the UK army, and all that will be left is poor Spain all by themselves on the far side of the map. Now, I wouldn't say that the mistake was separating themselves, because Spain being over here, the French were over there. France has not fought in this fight at all. It's been a 2v2 the entire time. I think that the Peeps could have sat back a little longer, tried using their superior artillery. They had routed one of Rhein bund's artillery. Just sit back. You can be a little more patient. You can even shell the LOC a little bit, and then attack. But get rid of some of that artillery, maybe focus down some of that Rhein bund cav. Now, of course, it's a tough position to attack. Attacking Rhein bund and Wurttemberg. Unless you're really good at cav, it's going to be a tough fight. So now all that's going to be left here is Spain. And France does not have to. France has probably... It would be probably more annoying to play as France, because... Or Spain, I guess. Because you don't really get to do a whole lot. You're... For the purpose of, you know, the tournament, you are supposed to, for Spain, probably just defend against the Spain attacking in the back. For Spain, I mean, being really aggressive would probably be the best thing to do, but... I mean, I've never really played Spain, so I don't know how to play them. So I don't really know if that would have worked well for them. At this point, you have to decide if there's a chance to win and what that chance would be. If it's an LOC hold, then you need to start mobilizing, maybe putting some troops down to hold some choke points and try to take a 4-pointer. But I'm going to fast forward here because I don't think anything's happening. I don't think that Spain is... Oh, maybe Spain is going to advance here. hit a very heavily fortified position of France. Either or they're just gonna be very defensive. Oh no, yeah, they're attacking. Skirmishers are already opening up. Ooh, the front line's taking some losses here. A Cav in the back lines, running over the hill. It's actually kind of cool looking. The Rhein has started again. Where's that Cav going? And they have Spain has not opened up fire yet. Oh, I see what's happening here. We have Lancers gonna pincer them. Are there Lancers over here too? Nope. They're pushing across the river, getting very aggressive, chasing down some Dragoons. Of course, you have the Grenadier Guard of Wurttemberg, as well as Saxon, or not Saxon, but oh wow. So they changed directions and hit a square. They're now going to get surrounded, isolated, and dealt with. Spain, I don't have a lot of, like, yeah, look at this. There's a lot of reinforcements coming over. Spain's about to get overwhelmed here. And now some lights are going to charge Dragoons. The heavies are going to back them up, though. This should go pretty well. France finally getting to be in the action here. More Spanish cav is pushing over here. Even their heavies are pushing over. They should not keep going in. This is my opinion. They should not keep charging in. These are heavies they are charging. There's Lancers, though. So maybe they'll get a good charge bonus. I don't know. We have more cav pushing over. Oh no, we have Prussia. So many heavies now for the French alliance. They're gonna hold to the Spanish back easily. And all that's probably gonna be left is some. These are either Dragoons or these are heavies, which should just hold this river. They can hold, wait for these guys to charge across. Like I said, Spain is going to start losing this fight. And it's gonna be a maybe a long final. Although maybe he's just, you know, I don't know. Maybe he knows he's lost, so he's just charging troops in. I mean, when you're with your allies dead and the allies still pretty healthy, you know, there's not a whole lot you can really do. Although they are actually tearing up a little bit of the French line. Definitely tearing up now. They're losing all the cav engagements. But you can see they actually have really shredded this line. Their line infantry over here are doing a really good job. Join me of Swiss. But now you have a lot of heavy cav just hovering on the flank, and this heavy cav is going to probably end this whole line's career as being a line. And Spain's going to start chain routing most likely. And they're just going to keep pushing, and Spain's going to chain route, I would guess. Line of troop probably going to push across the river. These Grenadier Guard are going to push up as well. Also, well, making this video, I made the decision. I'm going to probably move to just 9.0, and I'll just tell the stats. Oh, look at this. We have a cav. Hussars getting charged in the back by Spanish cav. But I'm probably just going to tell you the stats, tell you the winners, and then I know we're going to have another tournament in 9.0, and I'll cover that one, and I'll try to be more on top of it, because I kind of delayed at the very beginning and got behind. There's like 9 replays still to go, or 8 replays still to go, and I don't want to be stuck with myself not being able to play this game. Every time I watch this game, I'm always like, man, I love playing this game. I don't want to be stuck just watching replays of it. You know how jealous you get when you see other people like this playing this, or having played this and knowing that you can't? That would be awful. So we do have Spain just getting charged in the back here. Grenadier, Guard. And Spain's almost gone here. It's just I'm gonna fast forward. You know, why prolong the agony? They're going to keep pushing up. Cav's just going to go in the back lines. They're probably going to charge the back here in a second. Which should cause a chain route pretty soon here. Yeah, there we go. We have the general. Well, he did charge in, but he got shot to pieces by artillery. And that should be it. Oh, there was the UK on the flank here. Oh, no. Well, they have Cav pushing over at least. But I think at this point, I'll just fast forward to the end, and we'll look at the stats. And like I said, I'll just, you know, I'll just cover who won and who didn't win. Which I'll start off by saying the Peeps lose, and they're out. The Reichsguard play the PLI 1815, and I think we're unable to make their second game. They lost the first, unable to make the second game, so forfeited. So it was the KVG versus the PLI 1815, and it was a very close final couple battles, but I think the PLI 1815 were the victors. That was like Matt Bob, Falcon. Apologize, I'm forgetting the other players, but I'm bummed I can't keep following this tournament. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot just by watching this, and just the cool, intense fights. You know, they've been a lot of fun to watch. So we'll definitely do another one, probably when we'll reorganize, try to get a better structure to the tournament. This was the first kind of feeling out of the tournament here. So yeah, like I said, guys, I am sorry that it ended up this way. I'm not being able to cover the rest of it, but 9.0 is here, so I'm excited to play that one. Spain just sitting here, just getting like, it's like a cat and mouse. And there's one unit in the way back here. So, yeah, anyway, guys, I will just skip to the end, and we'll look at the stats here. So, I'll catch you in a sec. Alright, guys. So, Reichsguard was victorious. Dang. The French Dragoons caught a lot of kills. 246 kills. They probably were just charging in the back of the Spanish line. Very decisive victory, I would say. So, alright, guys, that is about it for me today. And like I said, gonna switch over to 9.0. I'm sad to see all those replays go away, but upwards and onwards, you know. We'll follow some new battles and be streaming. So I'm excited for all that. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in another video.